On this channel, we have talked a lot about things we want to see in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. From skills, new races, new transformations, and even new game modes. But today, we are going to talk about the thing I want to see most in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. What is that? Well, you already know because it's literally the title of the video. We are going to talk about how Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 can give us new movesets for our CACs. And I'm not even going to waste your time, so let's get right into how this can work. Now, when it comes to adding different fighting styles and combos for our CACs, there are two different routes you can go. Route number one is just letting us use combos of already existing characters in the game. And one of the best examples of this is in Ultimate Tenkaichi. In that game, when you complete your mentor's quest, you don't just get their moves, but you can also get their entire fighting style. And then you can go and equip that fighting style. This is how it looks in Ultimate Tenkaichi, but this is how it could look in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Gotta give a shout out to this YouTuber, GB. Got this image from his channel on the thumbnail and video, and this looks absolutely amazing. This looks so close to what I think it would look like if we were to equip fighting styles in Xenoverse 3. I'm gonna have his video and channel linked down below so you guys can go check that out. Shout out to GB once again. This is an amazing image. The only thing in this image I would change is the weapon slot. If we could get different combos, and let's say we had a sword combo, that's how we would use the sword. The sword would be attached to the combo. It wouldn't just be some other slot. So if we had Trunks as a mentor and we got his combo set, we would not only fight with the sword, but I think the sword would just naturally be on the character. Getting different fighting styles should not just change your combos. It should also change your block animation, your running animation, your flying animation, even your Z-Vanish animation. So if you had a Janemba moveset, you would get Janemba's Z-Vanish. Characters like Fu, Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku, and Gogeta all have unique dash animations. And of course, also your natural stance. Before I talk about the second way, I do think the first and second way should both be in the game. It's just that the first way is so simple and easy to add. It's also already in a Dragon Ball game like Ultimate Tenkaichi. The first way is something that should be in the base game, but the second way should happen through updates. In Xenoverse, we have DLCs where we get new characters, new skills, new maps, new story mode. But in Xenoverse 3, I think we should get new fighting styles and combos every update. And there's a game that does this better than any other game I can think of, and that game is Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. In that game, there are constant updates dropping new weapons and new combos for each class of character. And the beauty of them dropping new movesets every update is that they can evolve and get better over time. We can already see this in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Kaba and Frost are some of the first DLC characters and it shows. But if you compare them to the new DLC characters like DBS Broly and Restrained Broly, you can see the crazy difference of quality. These guys have amazing looking models. DBS Broly in particular has a beautiful looking intro. They both have amazing Super Saiyan animations that capture exactly what it looked like in the movie. Their base combos are amazing already, but when they transform, they get new combo extensions, which look really cool. And Shinobi Strikers is filled with seeing a crazy evolution of adding new movesets. My favorite example of this are Kawaki's two weapons in Shinobi Strikers. The base game version of the Kawaki moveset is really lame, and for those of you who don't know, this right here is almost a complete reskin of the regular hand-to-hand moveset. But in a future update, they added a second Kawaki moveset, and that thing is beautiful. The base moveset is already really cool, but just like DBS Broly and Restrained Broly, if you power the weapon up, you can get new combo extensions, and those are also really cool. And again, they're constantly dropping new movesets for each class of character. The Kawaki weapon is an attack type weapon, but one of the coolest weapons in the game is a healer type weapon. And that weapon comes from Momoshiki. This moveset is one of the sickest things I've ever seen ever, bro. Like this is beautiful. This is exactly how I imagine they could add a gas moveset or gas combo set to Xenoverse 3. Before I show more footage from Shinobi Strikers, I am getting it from a channel called Inuku. I'm gonna have this guy linked below. This guy makes amazing videos just showing the movesets we have in that game. Shout out to him. And there's another Momoshiki moveset, but that is for the range type. With this moveset, you can shoot out fireballs, kind of like how current Xenoverse 2 DLC characters can shoot out Ki Blasts with their combos. But the weapon lets you do even more. You can shoot out an entire Phoenix. The moveset lets you use Almighty Push midway through, and you can just summon lightning down just because. I don't know why. I guess they just love making really saucy weapons, and of course the actual moveset is filled with hand-to-hand moves that Momoshiki did in the show. There are so many amazing movesets in this game that make me think, wow, I wish Xenoverse did something like this. I already talked about how the Momoshiki weapon is exactly how I would want Xenoverse to implement a gas moveset, but there are multiple movesets in Shinobi Strikers where your character clones themselves and just jumps the opponent, and it looks amazing. Imagine if we got a multi-form technique combo set and we could just jump our opponent with clones of our CACs. I know some people really wish they could send out demons the same way King Piccolo sends out demons to attack the opponents. Imagine how cool it would be if we got a King Piccolo moveset and instead of sending out Ki Blast like these characters do, we just sent out one of the Demon Clansmen. Or instead of grabbing the opponent at the end of the combo, the Demon Clansman came in and just did it for you. Namekian movesets could go crazy. I know some people really want to fight with Tamagami, so what if they dropped a Neva moveset and the Tamagami would come and fight with you in the middle of the combos or in your grab? And people would love weapon movesets. There's the obvious ones like Janemba, but imagine if we got a Dark Axe moveset from Dragon Ball Online. There's a lot of things you can do for all the races. You could add a really cool Majin moveset where they either do clones or just contort their body in a lot of crazy ways. There's an Orochimaru weapon that reminds me of how a Majin could fight with contorting their body and just tackling the opponent. In the lore of Dragon Ball Online, there are multiple fighting schools for Earthlings. And Xenoverse 3 is going to have a lot of Age 1000 content, even more Age 1000 content than Dragon Ball Online did. So Earthlings are going to have a Turtle Hermit School, Crane School, Sword Fighting School area in the game. They should also give their own unique movesets. One of the newest weapons in Shinobi Strikers is the Drunken Fist technique used by Rock Lee. So why not give that to us in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, but the Master Roshi Drunken Fist? He did that. That could be an entire moveset. And you don't even have to stop right there. Rock Lee's Drunken Fist moveset is filled with iconic moves he used in the Chunin exams. So a Drunken Fist Roshi moveset could also be filled with the iconic moves he used in the 21st World Tournament. Most characters in Xenoverse have a really heavy blow in their combos that leads into a stamina break. What if for the Roshi moveset that heavy blow was Lullaby Punch? Or what if he had a ranged grab just like Android 21 does, but instead of using Candy Beam, he does Lightning Shock Surprise? And there's different options for really cool combo enders, like the Boost Kamehameha, the neck chop he did to knock out Krillin, and the kick he beat Goku with. Now, this was only in the manga, so a lot of people don't know about this, but in the manga, when Goku fought Master Roshi, he made up a technique called the Mad Dog technique, and he just fought like a ferocious animal. That could also be an entire moveset, and guess what? Both of those things were in Dragon Ball Online, the Drunken Fist and the Mad Dog technique. And again, it's not just your combos being changed by these movesets, it's other things too, like flying. Imagine if when you used a Kid Goku moveset, instead of using a regular flying animation, you either used the Nimbus or you used his tail like he did when he was a kid. Or if they made a demon moveset based off Toa or Demigra, when you block, you would use your staff. I would love if they added a Arali moveset. I mean, they already added her hat to the game. And if we actually did get a Arali moveset, one of the things I would like to see the most is her cartoonish run. Just give me the stupid cartoon run. Also, in Shinobi Strikers, with these movesets, we also get unique poses in the intro and outro of the matches, which is just so cool. I would love just really cool poses depending on like what moveset we're using. I would love for the Roshi windscreen to give you the goofy poses he did when he beat Goku in the 21st tournament, which is also pretty much just his outro in Fighters. And with the Kid Goku moveset, your intro would be doing the pose Goku did before he fought Piccolo. And I would love if we got this scene as a windscreen, just clutching your fist in victory. That would be amazing. I do not want to go through another 10 years of my CAC's intro to a match being him unfolding his arms. Listen, give me something cool depending on my moveset. Like, if I'm using a hit moveset, I get like a really cool time skip intro, kind of like Dragon Ball Fighters. Or if I'm using a Goku Black moveset, give me like the really cool demonic aura, and then like it vanishes on my CACs right there. Also, when it comes to Shinobi Strikers movesets, I want to make this clear. Ironically, these are not just literally copied from the original character in the game. We can use Sasuke as an example. Sasuke is a base game character and has multiple DLC versions, but none of his movesets even compare to how cool his weapon is for CACs. You can use his flame control and Susanoo in the middle of combos, and there's also other weapons that let you use Susanoo and other crazy jutsu. Xenoverse 2's combos are evolving. We're literally seeing it before our eyes. DLC characters like Broly and Frieza are using Ki Blast in their combos. Broly even has a grab in his combo. So does Daima Goku. And if they're putting grabs into combos, that opens up even more possibilities for really cool flashy combo enders. There are so many fighting styles and characters they can take from to make really cool unique combos for the game. With the Minato moveset, you blitz behind your opponent and come back. And Xenoverse has something similar to that. Characters like Cell, characters like Android 17, they go behind you in their combos. Fu also has a crazy version of this with his charged heavy. But instead of just flipping behind your opponent, imagine if we got a high-speed Dispo moveset that just blitzed behind your opponent like the Minato moveset did. There are so many crazy things they can do. It is literally just up to them to choose to be creative and work on giving us really cool things like this. And it's not even like they have to be 100% creative. They're making characters based off of a show in manga. They can copy the things they did in the show in manga. With the exception of like Beast Gohan, there is literally no reason any character in this game should have reused animations. But as fans that want them to do really cool things like this, I have to be honest, we are gonna have to be ready to pay for this stuff. Just like how we have to pay for DLC characters, we're gonna have to also pay for these movesets whenever they add them. Especially if we want quality and we want them to add these consistently. Now, like I said earlier, the mentors in the game should be the free base game versions of the different movesets, but again, if we want them to update them, we're gonna have to pay for them. In Shinobi Strikers, while you don't have to literally pay for the movesets, you get movesets by rolling and it's a whole gacha system, and with gacha systems, you're gonna have to pay for the scrolls or the currency so you can get more rolls to get the movesets. Now, Xenoverse doesn't really have a gacha system, so unless they add a gacha system, which I really don't want them to add, that would be, I don't want that. I would rather just like pay $3 or $4 to actually get a moveset if you want to buy it. And again, you're not going to be forced to buy this, but if these things are going to be really cool, you're probably going to give up that $4, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm gonna be honest, if they add a Drunken Fist moveset or a Namekian moveset where you can either summon the Demon Clansman or a Tamagami in the middle of combos, or a multi-form technique moveset, or a moveset based on Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 where you have all the cool comic book words popping up, I'm gonna buy that. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna buy that. There's other things like Goku Black's Keyblades or Hits Time Skip. There's a lot of options. Listen, list down below what you want to see from a cool moveset in that game. List what you want to see, but listen guys, if we want this to work, we're gonna have to actually treat it like they're a company that needs money and stuff, so, you know, I'm just being honest, but hey, before I end the video, I just want to list off some more moveset ideas I have. In Shinobi Strikers, there's a moveset that lets you use every single sword of the 7 Swords of the Mist. And this thing is really cool and has a lot of really cool new animations that aren't just stolen from the other versions of the weapon that are separate. And that made me think, what if we got a complete Shadow Dragon moveset? Because in Dragon Ball GT, Omega Shenron has all the powers of the other Shadow Dragons and can use them. Or what if we got a complete Ginyu Force moveset? And just like Reaper Ants combos that give you buffs at the end of each combo, the Ginyu Force moveset could also do that. What if we got a Frost moveset that can poison you with combos? And I would love a gun moveset from Glorio using his gun and also some of his lightning moves too. And as my super rare character that no one probably would think of, I have Regic from Dragon Ball GT, and his moveset could be really cool because I don't want the full character. Do not put that nigga in Xenoverse 3. But a moveset based off him could be really cool because he pulls out weapons from his shoulders, like his twin swords, his really long spear, even just using his chains. But that is pretty much the end of this video. In the comments, let me know which really cool moveset you would want to see in the game, and try to list at least the one moveset that's like from a really slept on or rare character you think no one else would think of. But that is the end of the video. God bless. I will catch you guys later.